Welcome to episode 5 of Justin's podcast. Today I'm going to talk about two things I want to put in place going forward, as well as a topic I have had on my mind for some time. Those new things are as follows: no more Spanish versions of the podcast or intro and outro music. First, no more Spanish versions of the podcast. Viewership on Spanish episodes are always low. It also takes longer to make those compared to the English ones. On top of that, I don't translate it as best as I can. To avoid all this, I decided to stop the production of the Spanish version, but that does not mean that occasional guests on the podcast will not speak Spanish. Second, no more intro and outro music. This was a very tough decision I made. I've been considering not adding music for some time because of copyright claims. To avoid it, I will exclude it from this and future podcasts. I do have plans of making it an opening, so the decision is not a permanent ban on music. Rather, it means that all content will be original and it will not be subject to copyright claims. As of now, no more podcasts will have a Spanish version or intro and outro music. Transitioning, I want to talk today about online schooling and how it's not ideal for Latino households. Albeit it may not be ideal for Latino households, it may also be the case with more types of households. I refrain from addressing those since I would not be able. So, one day I was walking to Mapan to record a video for a page bringing light to the kiddos. Breaking narrative a bit. This is a new initiative a Mount Carmel Parish group started. There is both a Facebook and a YouTube page. I volunteer to record, edit, and upload videos to both sites, and I would really appreciate it if you went and liked the page and subscribed to the YouTube channel. Back to the story. On my way to record, I saw a kid outside doing math homework. He was sitting on a chair, and in front of him stood a woman who I presume is his mom, or at least his guardian. From what I saw, the kid was doing math and mixed martial arts. He got an answer wrong, and his mom hit him hard. The kid tried blocking, but to no avail. He cried for as long as he was in earshot to me. That stayed with me for some time. I was not sure if other parents did that until I remembered how I learned how to tie my own shoes. I don't remember much because the memory is blurry. Not because it was so long ago, but because I saw through watery eyes. I remember crying a lot and not being able to figure it out. To this day, I don't feel confident in my shoe tying skills, or any tying for that matter. I have assisted for 2 semesters so far in online classes at JP2. In that time, I talked to some students and teachers, and the majority hated online classes. Adults who studied using online classes had this to say about online schooling: it does not work. They did not learn anything. One high school teacher complained of students not having their cameras on. The few that had it on rarely took part in class. On top of that, she now has to work double to accommodate 2 types of students: those who do have access to the required tools for online classes, and those who don't. Another teacher's experience as a student under online classes was not fun, to say the least. Students I work with complain of piles of schoolwork and household chores. Many of their parents think they are slacking off and give them tasks so that they don't idle around. Others have said that some parents embarrass them during online classes, if their mics are on. When the student said this, one meeting I was in came to mind. A person had his mic on by mistake. In the background, a puppy was barking to go outside. A woman shouted, "Charles, I tell you, take the damn dog outside." I too can sympathize with those students who have had incidents. I sometimes forget my mic is on and talk to others around me, or someone talks to me. We begin a conversation only to have someone tell us the mic is on. Sometimes my mom passes by in the background. She says something funny, I lose composure, and students see me laughing. These past semesters, I saw a particular type of student suffer, the procrastinators. They are suffering with the lack of accountability online classes have. In-person attendance gives you many added benefits, especially at JP2. You have teachers behind you and peers talking about works too. Online classes are more initiative driven. All the responsibility falls on you. As always, there are exceptions. Not all the students I work with hate online classes. Some students enjoy and thrive under it. I asked some of these students why they enjoyed this new form of learning, and their response was simple. It's a new form of learning. They welcome change. They saw these past semesters as an opportunity to explore uncharted waters. It would be great if that were the case for every student in every household. Alas, it is not. Online schooling is not ideal for Latino households. I say Latino households because although Belize's official language is English, most have Hispanic roots. I love how we have slang and customs that overlap in households, such as the dreaded chancla. I made this distinction Latino household so you can picture one thing in particular: no respect for boundaries. Picture siblings barging into the older sibling's bedroom while classes are on. Imagine parents screaming at children. The mom warns them that they are gonna fall. Now think about children crying because they fell. There's even loud, obnoxious neighbors drinking and blasting loud music. That, coupled with the fact that online classes seem to most as an abstract concept, learning from home, not submitting tangible work, parents are not seeing tangible work, swayed by the sight of their child hours and hours in front of la pantalla. If I had not assisted in online classes, I would have a different opinion. I don't know what alternative there can be to online classes, nor in-person classes, but the concept of working online does make sense. Businesses, for example, can function online, using this as a method to cut down on spending. Working online reduces costs of constructing a big tower to house all the employees. Instead, that money could fund new employees, or improve the product, or even advertise. These are my thoughts on the matter. Don't forget to send your topics for discussion. Send them via Messenger, Instagram, or email at verajustin9@gmail.com and get a shout out for doing it. Follow my blog at verajm.blogspot.com. This has been the 5th episode of Justin's podcast. Thanks for listening. Take care.